Does that worry you as much as anything, how poorly they played tonight?
Yeah, my worst fears were Germany get an early goal, and if they get on top of you, they give you a hard time. We did that. We never got started, never got a foothold, never had a presence in the game. Gave away a daft goal, an avoidable goal, and then the roof caved in, and then the guy getting sent off just before half-time compounded all those problems. We were miserable tonight. You know, I can't really tell you how good this German team is because we were so bad. Yeah, 5-1, which suggests they're a really good team. Let's see how they fare against a really good team as well. I'm so disappointed. We let ourselves down badly tonight.
It's a continuation of Scotland's form. We said before the game they came into this in the worst form of any of the Euro teams. And I'm afraid the harsh reality is they showed that, didn't they?
They did, yeah. I genuinely thought that they would have, this is why I said at the start, that they would have been a little bit more resilient. They would have had the two centre midfielders back closer to the back five. They would have made it a lot more difficult. They may have had someone like Che Adams, I keep saying that, Che Adams getting closer to Cruz and stopping him at source, and then getting closer and getting the right side of people like Gundogan, because what we saw was in time and when they've got time, they really do punish you with these passes, and the quality and the touch, and Musiala and Wirtz, you're going to get punished.
They were second best in every aspect of the game, physically, tactically, even mentally. We said before the game about being competitive. They weren't even that. But also 2 goals on after 20 minutes, a long way back to sending off, obviously compounded everything. They showed a little bit of fighting spirit in the second half, as you would expect from Scotland, but the difference in quality was chalk and cheese. Really, they were out of their depth.
Steve, I know that you said beforehand you wanted the team to make a good account of themselves tonight, but Germany made that pretty difficult to do, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they showed everybody that when it comes to competitive games they're ready. I thought Germany were outstanding, and unfortunately we couldn't match them.
Andy Robertson said to us it was for him about the first half and decision making. What was your assessment of that?
Yeah, obviously the first half we ran away from us very quickly. We didn't give ourselves a foothold in the game. Defensively we weren't very good, and with the ball we weren't very good, so the end result is a disappointing night.
And even more difficult to do when Germany had so much possession, but also trying to do that with 10 men.
Yeah, I thought the 10 men second half were manful, worked hard, tried to limit the chances, managed to nick a goal. Disappointing to lose the 5th goal in injury time, but listen, you can talk all day about goals. What we need to do is still in front of us, so that's what we have to focus on.
Yeah, let's talk about that actually, and I guess how you ensure that this is not, something that affects the players mentally going into these next 2 really crucial matches.
No, now it's all about reaction, so let's see how they react.
4 points is still the target, obviously.
4 points is the target. I've said that from the start. We didn't get any tonight, so 4 points next 2 games.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Connie.
Andy, talk to us about how much that one hurt tonight. I mean, it was a tough watch. I'm guessing it was even tougher out there.
Yeah, first half we just got it all wrong, really. Didn't really show up, weren't aggressive enough, let good players on the ball, and yeah, they obviously had a game plan and we did, and their game plan worked a million times better than ours, but it wasn't because of the practice, it was because we didn't put it together on the pitch. And when big occasions come like this, you have to do that, and unfortunately we didn't do that first half. Second half, look, we're down to 10 men. I thought the lads dug in really well, to be fair to them, and we lose a sloppy goal at the end, but you could have drawn the second half. But it's no consolation. We're well backed over here, we know that. We've got so many good supporters. And yeah, today was hugely disappointing, but you're playing against the host nation and it's the first game and you don't get much tougher than that. But we have to bounce back quickly because there was a lot of things wrong about today and we have to sort it for, it's quite a quick turnaround till Tuesday.
Yeah, we spoke before about the step up from the games that we've seen, in the friendly games at the end of the campaign. How do you do that really quickly to ensure that you get, when we spoke about 4 points, I guess that's still the target?
Well, maybe it's a reminder of how tough this tournament is. Obviously last time it was a lot different, but this time you're playing against world-class teams and they showed that today. Their big players showed up and they were excellent all over the park and made it really difficult for us and had an answer for pretty much everything that we had. And sometimes that happens, but I think if we go in there and sit back down, I don't think we've played to our maximum, and you have to do that against the pot 1 teams. You have to do that. So we have to dust ourselves down. We've got now 5 days to sort ourselves out and go again, and it'll be another tough test against Switzerland, and we'll take tomorrow to be angry at ourselves, to be disappointed, and then come Sunday we have to be positive and try and go again.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
Andy Robertson spoke at the end of the game, saying they had a game plan. It's well and good having a plan. He said then we weren't aggressive enough. You have to be aggressive in a game of football. When you're up against opposition who are much stronger than you, being aggressive is part of a footballer. I love watching skillful players, absolutely love it. And the talent we saw with the German players tonight, because they were given time, is great to watch. But my goodness, when you're playing football at this level, you've got to hit people. Hit them properly, hit them aggressively, do it in the right way. If you step off against them, like Scotland did tonight, and it's no good talking after the game, we had a game plan, it's rubbish. Andy Robertson, it's all just rubbish coming out. You knew before the game what was at stake, and after the game, it's no good going, we'll regroup and we'll be angry tomorrow. No, you should be angry for a long time. They spoke before the game about creating a history. They're creating a history, all right, by playing as bad as that and letting their manager and supporters down.
But they've got to be aggressive in the right places.
Because goes without saying.
Aggressive there, well,
that's
exactly
not aggression. That was
place.
madness, that tackle, the penalty and the sending off, of course. Of course you've got to do it the right, but being aggressive is part of football. Football's a physical game. They didn't lay a glove on them.
Andy Robertson was interviewed after the game and he said, look, it's just a reminder of how difficult this tournament is. They had one shot, no shots on target. They go again next Wednesday. What can they do, not just to pick up their confidence, but to actually try and get something out of that game, Ali?
Well, they've got to get balls into the box and they've got to get forward. And they've got to get support to forward players, whether it's Shea Adams. I would think he'll probably go with Lon Shanklin now because he's got to win the game. Shanklin's probably the best finisher in the squad. But there has to be a completely different change in the mental approach to the game. Because I felt, I don't know how the boys felt watching it, I thought there was a feeling, there was no belief that they were going to get in from the game. It was as if, okay, we're going to sit back, we're going to hold the ball when we can, but we're not going to get forward with any real purpose. It was as if, right, we're going to have to defend well, we'll let Germany have a lot of possession of the ball, which they naturally would do. But from Scotland's point of view, it should be slightly easier, in my opinion, because the opposition, I don't think, will be of the same standard. They're good opposition, but I don't think they'll just be of the same standard as the Germans. But there has to be more belief, there has to be more forward passes forward, and there has to be far more support getting forward.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to try and cheer Ali up. That is us signing off from Munich. Come on, Ali. Don't worry.